everyone, welcome back. It's the Louis Vuitton Princess, and today I'm going to be filming for you guys another requested video. So this is a bag that I always get requests about, I think because there's just not a lot of content out there about it. It's not a rare bag. Like, there are plenty of them, plenty of people have them, but there's not a whole lot of content made about them just because it's like simultaneously not a popular bag, but then simultaneously it is a popular bag. So not a lot of content. People always ask me to see this one. So I actually got it. I pulled it out because this is my go-to spring bag. So people always ask me all the time, how do I use all of my bags? Like, do I have bags that I just don't use? And I do actually use all of my bags. Typically what I do is I rotate them by season. I have some bags that are winter bags, some bags that are fall bags, spring bags, summer bags, etc. And the Louis Vuitton Eliza is one of my spring summer bags that I go to. So without further ado, this is the Louis Vuitton Eliza. I have had this bag for, I want to say, maybe like 2 or 3 years now, and it's featuring one of my favorite leather charms, the Takeshi Murakami Panda. So I've had this bag for some time. This is one of my best Louis Vuitton finds. I actually found this bag on Facebook Marketplace for $100, which is kind of crazy. I purchased it from a woman who had it and basically just never used it. As you can see, it's in really good condition, and I bought it for $100. Very happy. This is probably one of my Louis Vuitton pieces that's in the best condition. You can see it really well in this lighting. So let's just take a brief little look. So the Louis Vuitton Eliza is sort of like a small shoulder tote, kind of gives like baguette vibes bag in multicolor. So as you can see, it does fit very comfortably on the shoulder. It's not one of those shoulder bags that's like snug. It actually is a comfortable fit on the shoulder. And now you see why I like to put this leather charm on the front, because it just looks super cute when you're carrying it as a shoulder bag. So it fits very comfortably on the shoulder. Nice little sort of small baguette vibes, like I said. So the Eliza is one of those multicolor bags that was only made in multicolor. There is not a monogram Eliza. So this bag only exists in the multicolor Blanc and multicolor Noir. Now, it's like, I would generally say if you see an Eliza that's in a different print, it's fake. I don't like to say that anymore because, you know, every now and then you see a wild, insane special order. So I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm saying, though, it more than likely probably doesn't. So this is a multicolor style. So the Eliza has a very nice shoulder strap drop, and it connects to some nice rings here on the sides. This bag does have a pocket on the front, and I show people often. So this pocket on the front of the Eliza is actually functional. I think a lot of times people just like assume that it's a fake pocket. It is actually a real pocket. Now, you're not gonna fit everything under the sun in here, but you know, just for the principle of showing you, it is a real pocket. You can fit, you know, a card or something. And this is kind of a good way for you to see how light the leather is, because it's very clear on the buckle. You can see how light that vachetta is. But it is a functional pocket. When I first bought the Eliza, I thought it was for show. But no, it's a real pocket. And so then the Eliza also has vachetta corners. So these are the vachetta corners, and there's a stud. And yeah, so this is the only real flaw on this bag, and it makes me a little sad to this day because this was my fault. I was carrying this bag like back when the Panini first started, and this is actually like some hand sanitizer that I accidentally got on here. But again, people always ask me, do I treat my bags? And the answer is no, I don't. Literally just this weekend I was carrying this bag. I was at Panda Express, Panda. I was at Panda Express and I was washing my hands in the bathroom, and I got a big water stain over here. And I mean, as you can see now, there's literally nothing. Like, You literally can't even tell anything happened. So I do not treat my bags. If your bags are mature, you don't really have to. This vachetta leather is pretty fresh, but even though it's fresh, it is still mature. So another feature of the Eliza that's a bit different is there is a vachetta trimming on the inside here where the zipper is. And honestly, this is one of those features that's kind of genius, and I don't know why Louis Vuitton doesn't do it anymore, because this is definitely one of those features that would prevent cracking. Because cracking issues are so common with Louis Vuitton now, this is a feature that would definitely help with cracking, just having something reinforcing the canvas on the inner side. This is the back of the Eliza. Not a ton going on here, but I mean, it is really pretty and you can really see the shape of the bag itself. And another just kind of cute little feature is I like that the zipper has this little tab that comes up at the top here. You don't see that very often, but I don't know. I just think it's something that makes this piece look different and cute. And this Eliza does not have my ideal placement. You know, you guys know that I like the blues and greens for placement. So like this line here, that's the line I typically like for my placements. However, I do really like the pink. I think the pink is cute and the gold has kind of grown on me. And then it's also just one of those things of like, I can't really complain that much. It's a brand new Louis Vuitton bag that I paid $100 for. I'll get over the placement. So now we'll move on to the what fits inside of my bag part of the video, because that's one of the #1 questions that people always have for me about the Eliza is what can you actually fit inside it. So here is my Eliza and all the stuff that's inside. As I always say, I do not overdo my what's in my bag videos because I don't feel like that's helpful. People always do the thing where they do what's in my bags and they just like stuff it to the brim to the point where it's not realistic. I always put a very realistic amount of stuff in this bag. And again, because I was using this bag over the past weekend, it's still pretty much has the same stuff that I put in there. So the first thing, I have a hair scrunchie. Always keep a hair scrunchie with me. Something small. I have a Burt's Bees chapstick. I have one of my mini phones because I have a ton of phones at this point. I have one of my card holders, and that's my reverse monogram card holder. I have my Multicolore 4 that I have my car keys on. So this is actually a new piece for me. I have two, sorry, my phone keeps buzzing. This is actually a new piece for me. I already have a multicolor key holder, but I decided to sell my current one to get a new one because, as you guys know, I prefer this placement. The original one I brought did not have a placement I liked, but I brought it for very cheap, and that's fine. So now I'm kind of in that phase where I'm doing like upgrades. So for example, I originally brought the monogram campaign. As you guys saw on my channel, I purchased the special order Damier Bean campaign, so I'm actually selling my monogram. And similar to here, I already had a Multicolore 4 and Multicolor Noir, but it wasn't the exact placement I wanted, so I'm selling my old one so that I can have the placement I want. I'm actually selling both of those pieces to the same person. It's a client who I sell to a lot of the times. So really fun. I really like when I can upgrade my pieces, when I maybe brought something because it was a good deal at the time, but I kind of want like a slightly different version later. So the next thing I have in here is my AirPod case. I mean, it's pink and it's got glitter, like who wouldn't love it? And I have my Multicolore 6 Damier Bean with the rose ballerine accents. It's like Louis Vuitton is really pissing me off because everybody who knows me knows that I upgrade my Multicolore 6 like every 3 years or so. Like, it is time for me to upgrade this piece. Like, I'm ready to buy another one, and they are on my nerves because the only ones they have in stock are the monogram, the classic monogram with the brass button, and they have the classic monogram with the fuchsia, and I don't want either of those. Like, I've already had a fuchsia monogram piece. Like, they made these the rose ballerine Damier Bean, and like there was a time when they made lots of different color options in the multicolors, and now they just don't, and it's irritating to me. So I'm just like waiting for them to maybe restock something else for the multi-clay 6s, or else I'm gonna have to buy it off the pre-loved market, because this is a piece that I need to get ready to sell and upgrade, and I'm just annoyed that I haven't been able to yet. And I think the last thing I have in here is my Multicolore Noir card holder. So as I've said, this is kind of acting for me right now as like a mini wallet. And it serves great in that function. So I kind of just keep like my driver's license, my credit cards, you know, I'll keep a little cash in here, maybe a coin or two. Again, like it's not huge, but like it's big enough that you can fit those things comfortably. And I really love mini wallets because they're perfect for when you have bags that, you know, are this size. You can fit them in there easily. Could you fit a full-sized wallet in here? The answer to that question is yes. If you had a full-size Sarah wallet, just speaking dimensions-wise, it would fit. But me personally, I always like to have these sort of mini wallets in my collection, just because like when you have smaller bags and you put full-sized wallets, it just makes things crowded, and I'd rather things not be crowded, especially if I'm like trying to dig through here and look for stuff. I don't want to have to pull my whole wallet out to find my chapstick. So I prefer to just use a mini wallet. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully if you're one of the mini Eliza fans out there who always makes a request to see the Louis Vuitton Eliza, this video answered your questions and made you happy. And if you are not familiar with the Louis Vuitton Eliza, maybe this will be the video that makes you want one. It's an excellent bag. As I said when the video started, this is my go-to spring and summer bag. This is the go-to bag that I usually take to brunch and all that fun stuff when it gets warm out, and I absolutely love and adore it. Probably one of my favorite Louis Vuitton finds to date. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to stop by the Louis Vuitton Princess on Instagram and give me a follow. And if you'd like to subscribe, got my words twisted. If you'd like to shop, source, or consign with me, feel free to follow Shop LV Princess on Instagram. And now I'll put that plug in. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.